very good afternoon to you all. I, Lieutenant Colonel Mini Saxena, is going to highlight a very important issue of our society, marriages, and why are they in trouble. I'll be speaking and covering my presentation under certain headings that will include what is the institution of marriage, trends and escalation, expectations from marriages, where are we going wrong, and is marriage a problem or a solution, and can marriages be protected? As we immerse ourselves in modernity, Indian society is surely finding an altogether new meaning of marriage, at least in some cases where marriage signifies part compromise, part adjustment, and a minuscule part called love, while earlier having personality differences with the life partner was considered to be the spice of the relationship. Now these very individual differences have started spelling down for Indian couples. Imagine you tell your spouse she cooks pathetic food and having a dossier called divorce papers home delivered to you next day. Shocking, isn't it? But that precisely is happening in our families right now. So what do experts say about marriages? Now let's view some definitions for marriages. Marriage consists of the rules and regulations which define the rights, duties and privileges of husband and wife with respect to each other. Famous American sociologist Lundberg has given his views on marriages. Second definition which I have chosen is by Horton and Hunt. He says, marriage is the approved social pattern whereby two or more persons establish a family. Now why I have chosen these two definitions is to generally make people in layman terms aware as to what marriage basically means. However, the issue remains further very complex, and as the trends are moving on, we can see the marriage has taken a very complicated state. So, what are the trends of escalation in marriages? While India stands first in world with the lowest rate of divorce, with only 1% of marriages ending up in divorce, whereas the percentage of data of developed nations of the world is much more higher. But that lower divorce rate means happy marriages. Divorce is still considered a taboo in large parts of our country. Idea of divorce is still very unusual in rural parts of India. Although there are separations, but couples often do not ask for divorce legally. It is more than just social pressure that prevents people from seeking a divorce. Our entire socio-economic, cultural and political framework is built on the blueprint of the household unit. So, what are the expectations of marriages? So, few of them I've listed, like financial support, sharing responsibilities, love and affection, respect and honor, care and support, scope for disagreement, raising families, commitment, trust, emotional support. We all know this, but believing that marriage should always be a source of constant joy and fulfillment is an unhealthy expectation. In reality, all relationships have their ups and downs, and it's normal to experience challenges. Marriage required commitment and continuous nurturing. For a healthy marriage, quit expecting your spouse to be flawless or meet all your needs. No one is perfect, and it's essential to accept and love your partner for who they are. Hoping that there will never be any conflict or disagreement in the marriage is an unrealistic expectation. Partners can always have the same interests, goals and perspective. It's natural to have individual differences. Assuming that your spouse should understand your thoughts and feelings without explicit communication is another sign that you are keeping false expectations. Healthy communication is crucial for understanding each other's needs and desires. With this, we'll now speak about where are we really going wrong. So few of them I noted down here: the changing roles, changing family patterns, increasing materialism, ease of separation, social securities, demanding lifestyles, absence of defined roles. Divorce nowadays is no more a taboo, in a sense, as more and more people are realizing that they no longer have to stay in marriages. We often fail to display love to our partners, which is the primary cause of divorce. In today's world, roles of family members are changing. It's very common to see single parents with children, people not hiding their status of being a single father and a single mother. With both partners working, the age-old defined roles for men and women have changed, and many times this often leads to differences. Today, families have become materialistic. Happiness is often measured in terms of luxury and fancy items. The real pleasure of a family is diminishing in the light of materialistic pleasure. The stressful lifestyle is one of the major factors of increasing divorce rates. It often becomes difficult for people to maintain work and family balance, which adds on to the frustration of the individuals. With modernization, seeking divorce has become very easy. Even for the slightest of the differences in ideas, couples keep this option handy. With all these issues involved, the challenges to keep the marriage is becoming difficult. However, with early intervention and better understanding, the marriages can be saved. So, is marriage a problem or a solution? No relationship is without its challenges. So, few of these challenges I have written, like keeping unrealistic expectations at bay, finding happiness elsewhere, virtual world, degradation of familial roles, financial burden, responsibilities. So in terms of marriages, if we see, in older times, marriages used to be a sacred institution, and people used to take it as their duty to fulfill the responsibilities of the families. Roles of the spouses were clearly determined by the social factors, and there used to be seamless execution of duties by the partners, which primarily included looking after family members, raising children and their education, involvement of the elders of the family members in the household issues, and so on. Divorce and separations were considered taboo. However, in the modern times, the roles of elders in families is negligible. Changing lifestyles, financial independence, growing materialism, upbringing of the children, stressful working conditions, and intrusion of social media in our lives, it taking a center stage in families and making it difficult for the people to sustain a healthy marriage life. So, now we have to think, can marriages be protected? Few of them I have tried to incorporate in my presentation, and I'll be speaking about them. First, cultivating empathy. Marriage can be both a fulfilling and tumultuous journey with its highs and lows. At the beginning of the marital life, all may seem happy and stable. But as life unfolds, differences may begin to appear. There can be moments when the bonds between the partners feel strained and on the verge of breaking. The disagreements, resentments, and misunderstandings can create a chasm that seems insurmountable. Still, efforts can be made to save it from the fall. So, cultivating empathy. Making a conscientious effort to comprehend your partner's point of view and acknowledge their emotions Empathy involves immersing yourself in their experiences, recognizing the validity of their feelings and appreciating their unique emotional needs. Embracing compromise. Embrace the concept of compromise willingly, seeking solutions that resonate with all involved parties. This may entail discovering a middle ground or making concessions to reach resolutions acceptable to anyone and everyone. Sharing responsibilities. In situations where personal contributions have fueled conflict, take responsibility for your actions. Offer sincere apologies when necessary, showcasing a genuine commitment to implementing positive changes. Effective communication. Commence by cultivating an environment that champions open and honest communication. Establish a safe place wherein each party feels free to articulate their thoughts, feelings, and perspectives without the looming fear of judgment. Couples must engage in reflection, examining the issues contributing the current state of their marriages. Developing healthy conflict resolution. Recognizing the inevitability of conflict, couples can navigate these challenges effectively by developing healthy conflict resolution skills. This involves assertively expressing needs, actively listening to each other's perspectives, and collaboratively finding compromises. Shifting the focus from blame to solutions can transform the dynamics from destructive to constructive. Patience and perseverance. Saving a marriage on the brink of divorce necessitates a process that demands time, patience, and unwavering perseverance, healing wounds and rebuilding trust that require a concerted effort from both partners. Celebrating small victories, sustaining commitment to the journey, and acknowledge that progress may unfold gradually are essential elements of the transformative process. And last and the most important one is seeking professional help. Consider consulting a marriage counselor or a therapist. Introducing a neutral third party capable of providing valuable guidance, facilitating communication, and offering insight that may prove challenges to attain without professional intervention. That will definitely help saving the marriages, if not completely, but in a positive effort in the field of protecting the marriages can be made. With this, I would like to conclude my presentation, and any questions are welcome. Thank you very much.